When you walk into most gyms, especially into what we call globo gyms, you see a sea of machines and rows of cardio equipment. If you look hard enough, you'll sometimes find a couple of squat racks under a thin layer of dust. Fortunately, the tide has been changing recently, and more gyms are opening with the focus being on barbell training. But which route should you take? Well, machines make you do things like leg extensions, hamstring curls, pec flies, the yeses and the nos, and even wrist curls were a novelty a few decades ago. They made it possible for gyms to operate and people to train without instruction from a coach or much intimidation. And for that reason, insurance companies love them. If you really get down to it, machines, not just gym machines, exist to perform tasks for humans. And in the case of gym machines, tasks that the human muscular system does not actually perform in regular physical activity. In what sport or activity would you ever complete a hamstring curl? Machines move the weight for you. This is completely different when it comes to barbells. Machines take the risk, responsibility, and reward away from the trainee, while the barbell gives all of that back to the lifter. With the barbell, you have skin in the game, while also allowing for scalable loading. With all the muscles, joints, and bones of the system moving, operating, or supporting the movement according to their normal anatomical functions, they provide the best dosage and means to elicit a meaningful strength adaptation, which will carry over into any sport or daily activity. It's as basic as the requirement to stand up for barbell training, bench excluded, that requires a great amount of muscle mass, whereas for most machine work, you either sit or lie down. Training with a weight on your back or in your hands makes you responsible for not falling over, which is the whole intent behind training isolation and balance exercises. And if we're looking to be efficient with our time and train the most muscle mass across the most effective range of motion with the most weight possible, nothing comes close to the squat, the deadlift, the press, and the bench. Everything else is just an accessory movement. But you may be thinking now, certainly machines can be hard. True, anything can be hard. And admittedly, they are simple, but are they effective? Go back to the criteria for effective exercise. Do they use more muscle mass? No. They use isolated movements meant to train the body in a circuit. It takes half a dozen machines to train all the same muscles that work in one rep of a squat. Do they use long, effective range of motion? Everyone is built differently, but machines have a built-in range of motion. This means you move to the machine's range of motion, not your own. This is neither long nor effective. Do they allow you to lift heavy weights? Most machines do not. Because the lack of muscle mass involved in most movements, you cannot use heavy weights. This means a lot less training stress and a low ceiling on the benefits you get from machines. So with machines, you give up effectiveness for simple. And finally, one more reason we like barbells is that everybody starts at a different place and progresses at a different rate. The standard barbell weighs 45 pounds, but we can use bars that weigh as little as 5 pounds with beginners. And with the right plates, you can load the bar with as little as half-pound increments. This means the barbell can be loaded to train anybody with all of the basic barbell movements. The best training implements not only meet you where you are on day one, but allow you to load the movement at a rate appropriate for you and your level of advancement. You can train with 37 pounds or 637 pounds. Dumbbells can't even do that. The only problem with barbells is that there are not enough people out there teaching how to use them correctly or advocating their use. This is changing. Starting Strength and Starting Strength Online Coaching have started an entire movement of educating everyone about barbells, making them no longer just for powerlifters or bodybuilders. If you're ready to stop wasting valuable time and start being effective, subscribe down below and click here to learn more about why barbell training is for you.